We'll get started with the next session with Professor M.G.Prasad. For many of you, you may know him. He's quite a well-spoken person. He works in the Department of Mechanical Engineering at Stevens Institute of Technology. He is a disciple of Sri Ranga Sadguru of Ashtanga Yoga Vijnana Mandiram, Mysore. He teaches scripture, Sanskrit, Vedic chanting, written a few books as well. I've had the opportunity to listen to him a few times, and definitely he conveys his thoughts in a very simple manner. I was reminded that when Swamiji came here 17 years ago, there was a Bhakta Sammelan in Pittsburgh, and Sri M.G.Prasad was one of the speakers in that Sammelan. It was a conference similar to this, although probably on a different scale. Having said that, being that we have one of the pioneer speakers along with Sri Swamiji here, is definitely a good fortune for all of us. Prasad is going to talk about fourfold goals of life, PurushArtha. With this, I welcome M.G.Prasad to the stage.
Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Sarvepi Yam Samashritya Sakalam Bhadramashnute Shriyata Bhadraya Yuktaha Yastam Bhadram Namamyaham Srimataranja Srirangam Vande Vagartharupino Vagartha Pradipatyartham Jnanananda Prasiddhaye. In the immediate presence of His Holiness, revered Sri Sugunendra Chitta Swamiji, and also in the presence of all the scholars. Particularly, it's an honor to be in a congregation with Vidya Vachaspati Bananja Govindacharya and all Sanatana Dharma Bandhus. The Vishaya is PurushArtha. As we had the Prarthana Shloka with humble prostrations to Lord Lakshmi Narasimha, who bestows the Chaturvidha PurushArtha, which is also called as Chaturbhadra. That is why it is referred as Bhadra. And with the remembrance of my Guru, the PurushArtha is really the essence of our life. If we want to have another word for life, it is PurushArtha. Of course, we use the word life. So if you want to know the meaning, artha of life, then it is PurushArtha. it is the fortune of all of us that we are aware, we are making our journey in that path. The sages who have given us that path to achieve really everyone's goal, whether they are Hindus or not Hindus, or it doesn't matter as a human being. Because every human being, at one time or another, they want freedom. 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 So this wanting freedom, seeking freedom. Now there are two kinds of freedom. Freedom from fetters of life. Then freedom to do whatever one wants to do. Both. So this is the kind of freedom that every human being, every one of us want. And there is only one path. There is no other path than what is being given to us. And that path is PurushArtha, path of PurushArtha. Nanyah pantha ayanaya vidyate. Nanyah pantha vidyate ayanaya. Now this PurushArtha is, as we all know, is referred as either 3 or 4. If we refer as 3, it is referred as Trivarga, which are Dharma, Artha, Kama. Then if it is referred as 4, Chaturvida, Purushartha, then it becomes Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Now, although they look two different kind of way of describing, the sages tell us that when we refer to the 3, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Dharma itself has embedded in that the Moksha. So essentially there are 4, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. We all know, with the discussions that we had yesterday and today, the 3 ontological entities, Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara. Very common experience for all of us. As an individual, then Jagat as the world, and Ishvara as the cosmic being. Now, the sages in the Vedas tell us that there is a cosmic order. This cosmic order has been experienced, observed and realized not only in the physical level but also in the levels beyond, like transcendental level. The whole cosmos has an order inbuilt, inherent in that. We can take many examples, the change of seasons, and there's so many visible examples, but there are even other scales of order. And that is referred as Rita. So Rita is the one which is holding everything. Ritancha vadishyami, satyamcha vadishyami, ritagum satyam param brahma. Rita. If a tree is a tree, it is because of the seed, because of the things that are happening under the ground. Rita is the holding one. And this Rita is manifested through another important thing that we all use in a common day-to-day experience, which Swamiji also referred, Satya Sankalpa, Satya. So this Rita Satya together is something that is explaining all the things that we see and things that we don't see. And then the sages also have given to us in the Vedic literature that as we are leading our life as humans, we have one more thing. I'm sure all of us are familiar with this because we carry credit cards, right? And that is called Jnana. In fact, you have to pray Lord Lakshmi Narasimha for Namami Lakshmi Narasimham Rnamuktaye. This Runa is holding us. We cannot escape from it. We have to go through that, and it is our bound duty to go through that. And this Runa are of many types. The three types that have been referred very emphatically, then two more are added in the literature. The three that are mainly held is Deva Runa, Rishi Runa and Pitru Runa. For Deva Runa, we have to do the puja, yajna, yagadi and all that, even including the simple puja for anyone if they are doing it, that also can be included in this broad Deva Runa. Runa is also not just loan but a gratitude. It's also gratitude is there. It's not be taken as a simple loan. So then comes the Rishi Runa. Because today what we know is not something that just came about. In fact, everyone who speaks has heard it somewhere, either from external sources or from internal source. So we have to be grateful for it. And participating in this is a part of paying off the Rishi Runa also. Jnana Sadhana, Jnana Samgama, Jnana Pravachana. So then we have the Pitru Runa, which recognizes our existence in the physical world as a person. And that is also referred, and we go through in the Shraddhari karma. Of course, in physical, the Matru Devo, Pitru Devo, and then so that is the Pitru Runa. Then Manusha Runa, Bhuta Runa. So the Runa is also have to be accounted in the life. So here we have Ruta and Runa, and this very beautiful integration of all of this is what is becoming like Dharma. Dharanat, it is Dharma. This is the one which is holding. And not only holding as a base on which we are standing, but also it is protecting as a ceiling. So it is not only holding but also protecting dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. So this becomes what is referred as dharma. Dharma is that which gives us abhyudaya and nishrayasa. Everyone wants comfortable, happy, pleasing environment within, without, prosperity, and of course, even after the life cycle, the betterment. So which is nishrayasa, which in Kathopanishad, the Yamadharmaraya refers as the prayas and shreyas. So this dharma is the one from which we get yata abhyudaya nishreyasa sasiddhi. Now, we will have a question. If we observe things around us, dharma of the water is to flow. Dharma of the fire is to burn. Dharma of the birds is to fly. Now the question is, what is the dharma of humans? We observe. We can more or less say dharma of that is this, dharma of that is this, dharma of that is this. Now the question comes, what is the dharma of human being? This is a very interesting question. Now again you make observation, not only of my life but everyone around, whomever I have met and whomever I have seen. So I can come up with an answer. The dharma of human is to seek, is to inquire, is to think, is to question, is to seek happiness, is to seek freedom. All of these put together become the dharma of humans. Then another question also can be asked in this same context. If I see someone sharpening a knife, is it right or wrong? Is it good or bad? I see an action. Now if I'm asked to say it is good or bad, I have to say it depends. I cannot unilaterally say good or bad. It is dharma or dharma. I have to say it depends. If the sharp knife is to use to cut fruits for offering as the phala, naivedya for the Lord, it has to be cut properly, knife has to be sharp. So that becomes part of the dharma to sharpen the knife, otherwise it does fail in that. But if the same knife is used for some negative activity, then if I have any say in that, I should say that knife should not even touched, let alone sharpened. So this is the big thing that we have in dharma. Now, then there is another interesting thing. We talked of human beings, but human being means what? We have body, mental operations, mind, intellect. Then we have the jiva, the soul that we refer. So dharma means, what are we referring here? Because the deha has a dharma, manas has a dharma. In fact, in music we talk of manodharma. If the singer doesn't have a good manodharma, don't even listen to that music. Then you have atma dharma, because atma wants something. So which dharma we are referring here? So the other question comes. Then we have the dharma due to guna, sattva, rajas, tamas. That is why the scriptures say, when you have good mood, do good things. Charity, just give, don't even think. So things like that. So dharma becomes, then we have ashrama dharma. As a student I have a dharma, say householder have a dharma, the vanaprastha have a dharma. So that becomes another thing. Then it becomes the varna dharma, then kala dharma, desha dharma. Then there is another thing also, samanya dharma, vishesha dharma, then apad dharma. In Mahabharata there is a parva, within Shanti parva called apad dharma parva. So the sages have kind of got broad. Manu, for example, gives. There is samanya dharma which is common for everybody. Ahimsa, satya, asteya, shaucha, indriya nigraha. Etam samasika dharma. Then Mahabharata also says, what is not beneficial to you, do not do it to others. There is another simple explanation of dharma. Dharma is supreme, Mahanarayana says. Dharmam paramam vadanti. Now, there is the artha. Just before we had the beginning of afternoon session, one of my good friends, Subramanian ji, we were just referring. We all need artha. Money. But artha has two artha. One is wealth, other is meaning itself. So if the money that I earn has no meaningful purpose, then there is no meaning in earning itself. So that itself becomes a very interesting analysis. So artha becomes, in broad terms, wealth, resources, economic power, purpose, meaning. Then dharma has to be with artha. If dharma is decoupled from artha, then that artha will lead us to anartha. We all know that. Kautilya says, who gave us the beautiful Artha Shastra, economic prosperity creates prosperity of the people. Then it is also said, Artha has three uses: the money that we earn, the wealth that we possess, dana, bhoga. If we don't do use in these two, what happens? Nasha. Estate will take. And what they do, we don't know. So, dana and bhoga are the two major uses of artha. Give it to others who are in need for good work, for lokahita, lokasangraha, or use it for yourself, enjoy. So, Kautilya's Arthashastra gives a beautiful integration of the dharma and artha. And we all know it is easier for a rich person, provided the person decides to do it, to do good with the wealth. Now Kautilya gives another warning. A person whose wealth is pure is truly a pure person. So how did we get the money is as important as the money we got. Then comes the real thing. What in this society we call it as the passion, which we call it as kama in a way. Kama refers to sensual enjoyment, but not limited to that. Pleasure, all types of desires, ambitions, all come in this kama. Desire is the basis of achievement. Manu says, without desire nothing can be done. Sankalpa mulo kamaha. Even the creation, Narayana Upanishad says, Atha Purusho Havai Narayano Akamayata Prajasrujayeti. Not from desire. And at all times we feel, at this moment there is nothing more than what I desire for. It is impossible to find a person without desire. Because if we take the desire, life loses its existence and meaning itself. Desire drives our life. Desire-driven life, our life. Now the question is, there are two kinds of desire only. That's all. You may think million desires, but there are only two kinds. And the two kinds is, one is desirable desire, and other is the undesirable desire. So we have to make the choice between these two. For desirable desires, again sages have given to us a desire dictionary. I'm sure all of us are familiar with that. Desire dictionary. That is, Vajaschame, Pratavaschame, the Chamaka. Shanchame, Mayaschame, Priyanchame. In fact, many times we don't even know what to desire. Once I conducted in a camp a simple experiment, gave, even some adults were there, blank paper, and say what all you desire. People could not come up with more than 10. I want good car, good house, that thing, good job, that's it. Afterwards, my words should be pleasing to us. When I interact with somebody, they should have a good feeling on me. I should have a good feeling on everybody whom I meet. These are desires. Very rarely we even ask for it. We don't even know that we have to ask, and how can we even interact with people with proper pleasing nature? So Chamaka gives all kinds of desires. Then it also gives prano yajnena kalpatam, mano yajnena kalpatam, all desire steps are given. Sriranga Guru once mentioned in a very beautiful way, Kama has two places that it can occupy. If it occupies the third place, then it becomes a welcome Purushartha. If you put Kama as number one, then it brings its fellow friends, evil friends, Arishad Varga, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mala, Vatsarya. Which Lord Krishna also gives us in Bhagavad Gita, Dhyayato Vishayan Puntaha Sangaste Shupajayate Sanga Sanjayate Kamaha Kamat Krodho Vijayate. Very beautiful Kama. So this Kama is very important. Then of course the moksha. We had very nice discussion, wonderful presentations also on the moksha. We don't have to go too much into the details. But moksha, as we referred earlier, freedom from fetters of life. Moha kshaya. Vasana kshaya. Freedom from and freedom to. Very important. If I get a freedom from, it's not enough. I want to do things. Everybody wants to do things. I have to have freedom to also, which will not bind me. Unbinding action of freedom. So this moksha, again sages give a beautiful advice for us. Nalpe sukhamasti bhumaiva sukham. Go for big things, big. Whatever we see in the physical world, no matter how big you think, it is small. Because to go up in the height, then only the size will be seen. If I am looking for standing in the ground and seeing, everything looks big to me. But the moment I go up, the big thing what I thought is really a small thing. So that is why I go for Bhuma. That is why there is a Vidya called Bhuma Vidya. Then, of course, the Brahmananda Mimamsa in Taittiriya Upanishad gives a beautiful explanation of the relative merit. Vishasmadva tafpavate ashishto drudishto balishtaha. If you start listening to the description, 90% of the people are unhappy. Ashishtaha, whatever you wish, you should be able to get. Drudishtaha, whatever mind you will, you should be able to do. Balita, whatever strength you want, should be able to derive. And these are all called Manusha Ananda. Then there is the higher scales. Then comes Ayeko Brahmana Ananda. And that is Moksha Samrajya. Apnoti Samrajyam. Of course, our Purusha Sukta beautifully tells Vedahametam Purusham Mahantam. The seer of Purusha. PurushArtha refers to, in fact, when it was told for a woman, he says, yeah, it is only for Purusha, not for me. It doesn't mean that. Puri Shete iti Purushaha. For every person, who doesn't want freedom? Probably women want more freedom, right? At least from the men. Humor. So the idea here is, so this moksha is referred also as the ultimate goal, because Trivarga, Dharma, Artha, Kama, and the moksha. Yajnavalkya says, Ayam Maha Paramo Dharma Yad Yogen Atmadarshanam Paramadharma. So this Purushartha should be taken as a bridge to go from the dharma, the wisdom, the principle, the duty, the law, the right behavior, all this understanding. Why should I be able to do all of these things? To walk through the Artha and Kama safely and soundly to reach the destination of moksha. If I do not have the moksha in the sight all the time, then the Artha and Kama are the gripping. They are like clips, they are waiting to catch. They are not free. As in here they say there is no free lunch. They are not free. They are there to catch. It is a bridge. PurushArtha is a bridge that crosses from the samsara, the change to the unchanged. From the asatya to the satya. In fact, the word satya itself in Upanishad, sati yam. Sa is the amaratva, ti is the maratva, and yam is the bridge. So this bridge is the one that we all have to cross. There is no other way. Even if we jump, that is a bridge in a way that we have enough strength to cross. Jump. It can be seen as a ladder. Dharma is the stage on which the ladder stands. And I stand there, then I go through the steps of Artha Kama, the multiple levels of that. Then comes the moksha, the ceiling, the top of the building, top of the saudha. Top is here, Sahasrara, that's where it is referred in yoga. So when that occurs, the Artha Kama becomes automatically the tools, the instrument. There is no other instrument. God has given this beautiful vehicle, Jnana, with all the ingredients inside, manas, antakarana and everything. So Artha Kama have to be used to go there. So it is a journey to be driven by the moksha, the goal. Kalidasa gives a beautiful formula for all of us. Beautiful. Shaishavabhyasta vidyanam yauvane vishayeshinam vardhakye munivrittinam yogenam te tanutyajam. What a beautiful. In the childhood, in the early dharma, education, vidya, jnana, focus. Then yauvane vishayeshinam, with that foundation, enjoy the world. And with that, reaching the elderly years, munivrittinam, contemplate all that has happened. Give back, contemplate, give back. Then when the time comes, take it out as the old cloth. Vasanti dhiranami, yogenante tanutyajam. That's the life. That is the life of fulfillment. That is the life of moksha. It is a moksha-driven life. And the desire to moksha is the one which subsumes all other desires. In fact, in Shanti Parva, chapter 167, for those who want to read the details, I'll just summarize in 30 seconds. A discussion between the Yudhishthira and Vidura and other Pandavas. Yudhishthira asks, after all the war and everything, he is the king now. I want to know from the brothers and Vidura, in Dharma, Artha, Kama, what is the order I should choose? What is more important than the next one? Vidura, of course, was a Niti Shastrajna. He said, Dharma. Without Dharma, nothing will run. Without Dharma, nothing is meaningful. Then comes Partha. Partha says Artha. Even Dharma needs Artha. If you take out Artha, nothing can be done. Artha is the one which drives everything. Nakula Sahadeva agrees with Partha. They three go with Artha. Then comes our Bhimasena. He says, what are all of you talking? If you don't have desire, people won't even get up, let alone wanting anything. Without Kama, nothing happens. People won't even move. People won't even open their eyes and wake up. So everything needs Kama to be the starting point. But of course, with Dharma and Artha, supporting. Those are the answers given by them. Then Dharmaraya says, with all of this I agree, but the sages have told, the elders have told, it all has to go towards moksha. Because we have to follow that goal. Dharmaraya gives that very beautiful concluding statement. Very nice, very beautiful. The whole chapter 167, beautiful piece. If you find time, read it. to summarize, again to remember a statement from Sri Guru. Artha and Kama are like mischievous cows. In villages, people have moved with cows, dealt with cows will understand this better, because they get milk from the cow, not from the dairy. So, the cows, mischievous cows, tunta hasu, naughty cows, mischievous cows. If you try to go and milk them, they will kick. So what they do is tie on one side to one pole called dharma, tie the other like for the moksha, and then milk. Amrutasya dhara bahudha dohamanam. The nectar like milk will come for the enjoyment and nourishment. Then Maharshi Vyasa, the great Swami Vivekananda says, the human race will never see someone like Vyasa. They all have to be grateful every day, every minute. Such a great... he says, he told all the details and he also gave summary in 2 lines for those who don't have time to see all of that. He says, Urdhva bahur viromyesha nakashya shrunoti me dharma dastasya kamasya kinna sevyati. With rising both hands, he says, it is the dharma which brings the artha and kama and lead us to moksha. Why not follow simple way for everyone? Everyone is included, all inclusive. Then, another way to say it, at least for modern society, dharma, artha, kama. If we properly work hard at it, properly buy these 3 by working hard, then the 4th one will come free. So buy 3, get the 4th one free. Sri Krishna Pranamastu.